Today I want to speak about why you need materialism. This is something that I've only recently thought about in terms of why do we make the choices that we make, because personally, from my experience, I always used to think that materialism is the worst thing ever in life, and you should never look to get nice things in this life, and you should only focus on learning, and you should only focus on becoming better in that regard. But recently my thoughts have changed, and I've kind of realized why people chase this life and the material things like cars, money, fame, and to an extent I think that you do need it. The first one that I want to speak about is in terms of things like cars and wealth. I think that you do need a certain amount of wealth just to be comfortable. Yes, of course, you'll always want to chase more, and you're always going to want more. But in doing so, I think there's always a limit and there's a way to keep it balanced. Because once you buy a car, you'll always want the next car, and once you buy a house, you'll always want to upgrade it and add things and make it better. Because in terms of human beings, I think that we love the chase. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. But coming back to why I think that's actually important is because that gives people a goal. That gives people a purpose in life, that gives people a focus. I don't think that should be the main focus, but it is a side focus which affects people a lot. And in doing so, it does help someone mentally to say, okay, the next thing that I want to do to my car is this, or the next thing I want to do to my house is get a new sink or something like that. So I think these materialistic things do add value in people's lives, and it shouldn't always be this great ambition of changing the world. There has to be a limit, because you will destroy your mental health if you think that you can change society as a whole. Because the truth is, people have done that in the past and it's never ended well. They've ended up most of the time killing themselves, if you think of great leaders of the past. So that's one reason why you do actually need materialism. The second reason why you need materialism is because this will give you status. Unfortunately, in the day and age that we live in, having these materialistic items is a sign of wealth, and this will get people to respect you more. I know this because I only recently bought a new car, and only now my friends and family see me in a different light. I feel like, me personally, I always saw myself in the light that they see me in, as in I work hard and I can make money and I can spend my money how I want. But having that status, having that car, is definitely shown a newfound respect to myself from the people around me, because it's a reflection of my hard work. And having these things in this life, it's not inherently bad. As a Muslim, you are allowed to own and have these things. It's about how do you use them. As long as you're not using it to commit sins and etc., then there's no issue in it. And one of the first hadiths that you ever learn is إنما الأعمال بالنيات, which means that actions are defined by their intentions. So your intentions are the most important thing to God, and this intention and having that sincerity is one way that you protect your things in this world from evil eye and jealousy and envy, etc. Why? Because Allah is Malik and Malik. That means He's the owner of everything, and as long as you understand that you don't really own anything in this world, then I think you'll be fine. And people love to point and they love to say this is evil eye and this is evil eye, but they've never actually looked at themselves and reflected on themselves and thought, okay, maybe this sin is why I've lost this, or maybe this sin is why this happened to me. And people like to point the finger at other people, and they never address the real issue, which is within themselves. But anyway, coming back to the idea of materialism, you do need that materialism. It will give you a goal, and it'll give you a little bit of purpose, though it should be a secondary purpose and never the main focus. And also it gives you some social status, which is actually important in this day and age. I never thought I'd be saying that, but as my ideas develop and I get older, I've changed my thinking. Thank you for listening.